with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Now here's Sabonis. Now Jokic. And he gets it to go.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there.
3 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. From deep, Jokic. The Bronx grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to George. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Shot's blocked. And they recover it. Here's Anthony from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Now here's Jokic. Pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Embiid. Sabonis' shot is off.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Jokic. Sabonis outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And he gets the bucket.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Got a hand on it. Here's the break. There's Davis with the 3. He can't hit that time. It's George on the wing. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And that's the versatility of George. He does it from long range, mid-range, and at the rim.
Here's Jokic. George with the block. Edwards for 3. Drops in the 3. Edwards got 8 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bronx.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
Now here's Sabonis. Out to Anthony. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Launches it from deep. Pass to Jokic. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 5 on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
First team foul. In for Bronx. Number 0.
There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter here.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Pass to Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Jokic.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Yao. And he makes it on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Bronx. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for the Bronx, what jumps out to you guys stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
The three is up. Hardaway, no good. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Here's Yao, following the bucket by the Bronx. Back to Davis. Oh, Anthony Davis reigns in the three.
Yeah, Davis was just waiting for the ball, and once he gets it, it's all over.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Hardaway hits them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Leonard for three. The rebound by Embiid.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's O'Neal. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here's Hardaway. Pass to George. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Good D by Antetokounmpo. 18 feet out. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Tatum. Kicks it to George. Pass to Embiid. Porzingis grabs the board. It's been a couple of minutes since they led in this game.
Oh, they'd love to change that here.
Here's James. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. Tatum with it. O'Neal covers. Fires the three. The offensive rebound. Minute 32 left to play in the half. Porzingis with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. This one for three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
George with the block.
Yeah, rejecting the try there. George firing up his guys.
Carmelo Anthony Edwards.
Here's Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. Anthony grabs the board. And the Bronx with possession here. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. To stop the drought. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And slam dunk by James.
Knifing to the rim with such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
Here's Hardaway. Soft touch off the glass.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Knocked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last.
Into the lineup for Bronx. Yao Ming, Paul George.
Right side Edwards. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Bronx ahead, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. The Bronx leading by 4. Anthony outside. No good on the triple. Now here is James. He's still got it. LeBron.
They're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Here's George. And he lays it up and in. George has got 7 points in the game. Now Leonard. No points so far. So good near the hoop. Leonard.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Here's Edwards. James with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Here's George. Blocked again.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
George. 2 on the clock. Three-pointer Anthony. Porzingis grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Edwards with it. Picked up by James. Edwards, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Back to O'Neal. Joel Embiid pulls it down. The Bronx leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining.
And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Yao Ming.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
LeBron on the go. And he can't jam it through.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Timeout called, the Bronx. A minute 29 left to play in the third. And here's Edwards outside. O'Neal pulls it in. Into the lane. And he banks in the layup. And it's now only a 5-point Bronx lead.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And what a drive by Tatum, striking suddenly and slamming it in before the defense can get in his way.
For three, James. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Fires from deep. Edwards can't hit. Lets it go from deep. And it's James with the three. James has got 8 points here in the quarter.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
The Bronx grabs the miss. Launches a three. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Here's Antetokounmpo. Hangs. And he lays it in. Antetokounmpo has got his second basket.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The Bronx ahead, up 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Jokic. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Here's Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Sabonis' shot is off. The Bronx leading by 4. They swipe it. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Davis down. Oh, Anthony Davis, emphatic.
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
Here's Yao. Davis with a rebound. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, George with a steal. For three, Anthony. That shot is off. Jokic with it. Over Edwards. Jokic shot is good.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Edwards gets the bucket.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
To the paint. Oh, big man slam by the big man, Davis.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Shot is good by Edwards.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Davis. Out to Anthony. Fires for three. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Pass to George. Jacks up a three. Anthony grabs the board. Inside. George with a steal. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul. Oh, so much on the line here.
And the crowd is locked in.
George with it. Checked by Davis. Here's the three. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Paul George.
Oh, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Anthony outside. Releases. And it's in. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in.
We live
right
for
here.
this.
Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Ticks left to play in the fourth. Takes the three. Oh my!
No!
A shot! Oh, an enormous three-pointer! Timeout called, the Bronx.
Substitution on the court.
Intercepted. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Antetokounmpo outside to take the lead. The Bronx grabs the miss. Poke loose.
Oh my gosh!
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Yao. Back to Antetokounmpo. George with a steal. Here's Embiid. Rejected by Sabonis. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. Kicks it to George. Shakes him. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
And here's Sabonis outside. Yeah, with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Yao. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
Get up, Anthony.
Get out of here! It's over! I say it's over! I'm the top 5%!
Greg Popovich has called timeout.
When I see someone that's 30-something, it does not matter. You're not beating me. You're not. It's not going to come that easy. GG, though. Two gave me a lot of chances too.
Sabonis in the post.
That's game.
Antetokounmpo surveys.
Are you gonna quit? Go ahead, quit. At least let me see my stats.
James outside. Count it! And that one brings them within one.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off? Keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Pass to Embiid. It's George on the wing. And they go to the intentional foul.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
Dagger!
The 3-pointer off the mark. So we see the Bronx
GG.
get the win here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Any shoes on sale, man, cop that. Any op on site, man, yeah.